The fields are always wet with rain. After a summer shower, when I saw you standing in the garden, wet with rain.
Hi, Mark Graham for SpicingUpYourLife.com. Well, it's been a while since we've been in our garden. It's now June 21st, so let's go in and take a look and see how things are growing. Well, we're on the herb side of the garden here, and you can see this side is pretty well taken over. Our pineapple sage, the plant just keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. We've got our hibiscus here, our red hibiscus. It's getting ready to bloom pretty soon, and our bee balm is starting to come into its own at the moment. And you know, down below we still got tarragon. We've been drying some tarragon over the last few days. Well, let's go into the garden proper and see what's happening. Well, you can see the squash has actually it's done pretty well. Took a while before we could get some squash to set, but picked 4 squash this morning, and you can see we've got some squash, nice little straight-necked yellow squash there, and of course we have our Italian squash over here, which you can kind of see down in here, starting to get some amount of profuseness there. There's about 3 of those plants back in there. Cucumbers, we picked some cucumbers today. We've got that climbing up our little fence that we built here to maximize the use of our garden. Our potatoes, they are coming along, although I've tested them and they don't have a lot of big potatoes inside yet. So we can see our peppers are coming along quite nicely here. We've got our tomatoes. We picked a few tomatoes this week, so we're into the tomato season. You can see our Malabar spinach. I probably picked more of it than I could even count, but we're using some of that and letting it grow. It does kind of take over, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. We do have some cayenne peppers that are starting to form nicely on our cayenne plants. And see our tomatoes, the early tomatoes here. We do have a lot of tomatoes, although they're fairly small in size. These are early girls, and I'm a little surprised at the size, but again, as long as they're abundant, size really doesn't matter all that much, since a lot of what we do is make sauce out of them anyway. We've been eating some beets, so I've thinned the beets out, and they're probably getting ready to start pulling up. I didn't get a lot of big beets. I think this side of the garden, the soil is a little heavier than the other side, and so it may be that the other side is a better spot for those. We do have one volunteer tomato that popped up that I'm not sure what it is, because we had 3 different varieties or 4 different varieties in here last year, but we'll be happy to find out when we get there. And then the raspberries. This thing is just overgrown. I'm not even sure how I'm going to get all of those out of there. We're starting to see the Japanese beetles arrive. As you can see, they're starting to munch away. So we'll have to do something to deter them a little bit as we go along. Our roses are still doing quite well. And you can see our dahlia here has started to bloom, so that's always a pleasant thing to see. We'll probably have a little bouquet of flowers tonight on the table. And you can see that the wildflowers in the back of the garden again. We love this side of the garden just because we don't have to do a whole lot to it, and stuff just grows. So let's get over into the other garden and take a look at what's happening. Well, you can see our lemon tree has come back very well, considering the frostbite it got in the early spring. So I doubt we'll see any lemons this year, but again, maybe it's a chance for it to reboot itself and get itself back up again. Gardenias just about done. We did take the fencing off of our front flowers here, and the deer have been in here, but as these flowers mature, they're very less appetizing to the deer, so they do seem to leave them alone, which is always a very nice thing. And so this side of the garden, we've got our dahlias that come up every year, and again, those are not too far away. The deer do like the daisies, though. They do like to chew off the tops of the daisies, which they're doing a pretty good job of here. And they haven't done, again, they're a weed, so I'm not that concerned about it overall. And again, we've just got lots of mint on this side of the garden, lots of things to, my goal is to kind of prevent the deer from popping in here, but I don't know that that's going to work. At any rate, it's been a great spring, nice early summer, really nice today, no humidity. We've had a fair amount of rain, and we're looking forward to sitting out on our deck tonight and just enjoying some company and a little bit of our bounty from our garden. So thanks again for stopping in and taking a look at our garden. This is Mark Graham for SpicingUpYourLife.com. We'll see you next time.